Yep, it's the Lunch Munch Show. You're rolling with Andrew. Let's get it started. So we're going to be together for the next 1 hour, and we're gonna have a good time. And it's the Lunch Munch Show with your boy Andrew. Lunch Munch Show. We here from this time till two, so it's Monday to Friday. Um, this whole time is gonna be live and direct for you from. I think you can access us from Facebook and Twitter and from the app and everything nice. Let's get to it. Mhm.
Online on the iOS and Android. On your mobile phones, Bengali's biggest conversation around the globe. This is Relax Radio. আও সব মিলে কাজটা ছেড়ে রিল্যাক্স রেডিও শুনি আও সব মিলে কাজটা ছেড়ে রিল্যাক্স রেডিও শুনি রিল্যাক্স রেডিওতে প্রতিদিন শোনা যায় বাংলার প্রতিধ্বনি রিল্যাক্স রেডিওতে প্রতিদিন শোনা যায় রিল্যাক্স রেডিও শুনি
Yes,
Relax Radio.
yes. It's Relax Radio with Andrew, and we're having a good time till 2 o'clock. So we're gonna be locked in, and I hope you will be, and we're gonna continue to have a good time over here. So we do this all the time, and we do this because it's nice and it's fine, and that's how we do this right here on Relax Radio. So today we're gonna have a good time, and we're gonna have a good time because we have a good time always. And when you're with Andrew, the man that you see right here, was nice, and unfortunately, those that are listening from the app cannot really see how this fine face is. But anyway, um, I feel like I've lost my strength today. you know, it's I cut my hair, and and I sure look good. And it was cut by my wife. We decided to save money, and out here looking like Samson. Yeah, but I sure look good, and she did a good trim, and I feel confident when I walk in the streets. You know, it's everything nice over here because keeping it in the family. You know, it's easy to say, and when you walk down the streets and it's hot out here, man. It's Have you seen how the weather is outside? Outside in London, you surely can feel the heat. Yesterday we had the longest day, but today we have some heat wave out here, and it's not nice. It's not quite doing the right thing because at the moment things are not. How you'll be out there dehydrated and stuff, and feeling all tired, and you want to do a good run, but is with edge catching up and everything, and yeah, the the running out, and your bones are just there, just you you can't give a good run like you used to. You know, it's interesting. But hey, did you see the lady that was yeah this is how you know that our society is great. It's really great. It's people do things that you never thought would happen, and this ladies at the parents a parents meeting, athletics day at the child school, and she decides to be involved in the whole parents race. And I mean, everybody wants to show off that they've been in the gym, and then they decide to call upon all the parents that are in this grandstands to come and have a little race, 100-meter race. you know and then she decides, I'm going to participate. I'm gonna make my daughter proud. She goes to the starting line, and the whistle of the gun goes up, and then everybody starts running. Then the disaster comes in, just in, I think it was in the middle. Yeah, from the video I saw, it was in the middle, and she decides to, do you know what? I'm just gonna fall right here. She face planted the place, and having face planted the place, the dress went up, and that dress g-string short, and it's like you don't do that. Like, how you gonna be participating in a 100-meter race with, and it's you cannot trust this weather. You cannot trust this weather with a skirt or a dress. It just decided to moon everybody, and everybody had a show. You know what I mean? And what do? You film everything because that's what gets the heat, and what can you do? Yeah, so it was put out there when TikTok, and people was having fun with it. So you gave the children a show, and they had a good time. Imagine, you're out there at parent school, and then one of the women there just running and just decide to flip things upside down, and and then everything else shows. I mean, you don't go show around people. You don't go around showing people what's covered. You know, it's public place. You need to, rule number one: when you find yourself involved in such things, you need to either wear short or tights. You know, so once that's covered, then you can get involved in all this running business. You can't just find yourself out there because you want to get out there. You need to follow the precautions. Wait, imagine if the wind was blowing and boom, not even falling, you know. But then she was that confident. Some people are brave out there, It's crazy. But yeah, I'm no. It was a good show for the young kids. I mean, everybody, everybody. And what was interesting is that she went and actually embraced the whole idea, and she said, yeah, she actually got the video and posted it from her account, and then she then says, oh yeah, you know such and such, I made a mistake, and but this is how I learned that I should not be involved in such things, and blah blah blah. It's like, come on, you know hold yourself. But then this how great this society is. I mean, imagine if it was back in Africa and you did that. It's like, hold on. Ooh. And you'll never have any parents evening for the rest of the time in that school. you know, I mean, you can't come back from that. I mean, every time they see you, oh, the lady that, yeah, you just be labeled as the lady that mooned everybody, and it's how sad. But I'm sure everybody growing up in the young age, and when they started to sort of see what's going on. I mean, at the age of 12, I mean, you're already in puberty, and you're in your last year of primary school, and family visits, and there's that guy who has their mom at the age of, suppose, 29, and well, let's say the kid is 6 and the mom is 20, say 26, and she's still looking fine, and at age of 12, and you know everybody looking at that mom like, oh man, that mom, and oh man, oh that mom. And at the time, she's probably older than you by about, say, 14 years. And then 14 years later, and she's about you're about 24, and she's about she's about 40. You're thinking, I remember her. That's Darren's mom. Yeah, some cougars are active out there. It's crazy as you look at it and think that people out there, yeah, they in need of some new energy. It's crazy as it seems. It's out there looking for new energy, and um women are mostly in their prime at about 30 to 40. So that's the time, and then after that it's it's you see how it's just come home, and we look at each other, and everybody talks about all these different things, and then that's when people start converting and going to church, and you know you just go to church because you think, oh my gosh, I might be on my last days. So yeah, I mean, it's crazy how it is, it seems, but that's how it happens. And as it happens, you live the life, and just happens. But in the meantime, let's just go on a short break, and try to connect with the people. Do, do, yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Um. Yeah. It's happening, and it's here, and we continue to have a nice time over here, and it's crazy as it seems. You know, it's the Relax Radio at 1 19 and we have a good time over here. And but it's unfortunate that somebody wants somebody not to have a good time at some point. The situation in Russia continues, and it's sad because as it is, Sky reports that deep in the woods in eastern Ukraine, a tank unit has hidden itself underneath the trees. This is how these guys are not playing. These guys are not playing because it follows to say they're giant machines, which includes Soviet era T-72s and more advanced T-84s, are protected under by summer foliage in a luxurious stand. The plump leaves blocking out most of the light. Still, that is not enough to reassure tank crews who fear the consequences of being spotted by a Russian drone. So these guys are not playing. Like there's drones being sent around to check out for anybody that's supposed to be dead. So imagine this. Did you see? I think there was a clip by there was a report, a couple of reporters that was out there trying to report some news of what's going on in Ukraine, and these times they're in a car driving and they're talking and they're filming and it's live, and then they they decided to say, we're gonna film, and hey, the soldiers were not playing, saying he's shooting at the car, and it's like we don't care, like we're not having any of that. It's crazy. We're not having any of that. It's not on, and it's what can you do? It's crazy, you know. It's they're not playing, and um it's they asked the unit's commander, if we have no equipment, we haven't anything to fight with. What can I say? We're keeping our tank safe because if I remember the tank. Hey, these guys are forgetting that we're out here trying to survive, and the reason why things, the food and the fuel is going up is because of them. They need to come to a point where they need to stop this foolishness. You know it's crazy. It seems it's like, could you just hold on for a minute? Let's try to leave, and let's it's these times I was trying to buy a car. Now I'm undecided whether to get one or just leave. Just get on the bus, and But hey, man, it's crazy. Being on the bus as well is just another thing. Just traveling one time to some next place, and then I had to when you use Google Maps and it's telling you how to get there using the best way and sometimes the quickest way, or and then you're there trying to avoid all these different things, and then you think, oh, you know what? At this point, I can walk. Google Maps says I'm left with 12 minutes walk, and then you decide to walk, and then as you walk, you suddenly miss the 10 for some reason. It's like 10 left, and then you think there's no left here, but you don't realize that the left is just um diagonal past you, and it's like you have to sort of try to figure out, and you trying to figure out roads, and it's just man, I'd rather be in the car. But hey, that's the thing though, if you're in a car and that happens, you have to go around the roundabout, and it's not nice at all. But hey, such is life, and I'd rather me get the train. Trains are better because but then again, at the train stations now, if for instance at London Bridge, it says, or if it's on Google Maps says get the underground, and you get to London Bridge, and then you think, where do I go? And then you start asking, what no, go this way, go this way. Oh, you come out and come in that way, you come in. And people are nice sometimes. You show you where the way where to go, but sometimes you think to yourself, "Do you know what? Let me just get a car. It's quick and convenient." But then you get a car and you get congestion charge. You know, it's crazy because we just pain and pain and pain. Zuzu was telling me how the lifestyle is simple. You get an education, you go to university, you work, you pay bills, and you retire. You get paid for what you work, and then you go die. So it's we can't have this like that. No, it shouldn't be this. At least do what you like. If you're gonna follow that like work, some people are, be a nurse if you're somebody who likes to care, and be a teacher, somebody who wants to, find what you're passionate with, and then find your path, and then get yourself a career in that path. Because if the how that's how life is designed, you should not find yourself doing your worst job. Because do your worst, do your job that's there, and with no, you do something with no passion, you're gonna be hating all the time, and you're just gonna be, not happy all the time. I mean, as crazy as it seems, it's like people who moan, at work are the people that make the work. Yeah. There's some people who actually like that job. So if you're gonna show up at your job and start moaning, you're killing the spirit of everybody. Find your path, and and make your cost of living a bit nice, because this war in Ukraine is not gonna stop in a minute. Things are gonna be hard for a minute. I mean, you saw how the COVID turned up. I mean, there you go, 2 years, and some people are still recovering from COVID. And then you're trying to be somebody in the job that you hate. Do something that you like, and even if you're not getting as much money, you're getting something. I mean, you're getting experience, and you're getting a good time at the work. You know, it's crazy, but that's the best advice I could give, because this Ukraine war is not gonna stop in a minute. Like those hoping, it's crazy how those hoping it's gonna last a week. Like, come on, you know, it's a good couple of months now, and we are still hearing of them in the news, and they're still making headlines. You know, they're still making headlines at this time. I mean, the Iraqi war lasted a couple of years, so let's just brace ourselves for hard times. You know, because most of these things, I mean, the diesel and the food and but again, let's maybe put that aside and think of the lives that we are losing at the moment. It's we're losing lives over there. So maybe Mr. Pudding, think about something, man. Think about something. It's usually those guys that the assassinator was from Russia, and all that, and but it's this time they're in charge. So we need to really brace ourselves for, and because there's no other person that can just decide to up and muddle in and say, listen, um, you guys need to stop. So it's gonna be here for a while, and we're gonna have to brace ourselves with this, and take it like a man. you know it's take it like a man, and there's nothing much you can do. Just hold it tight. As crazy it may seem, it's here for a while, and then you know then the next thing will come up. I mean, the monkeypox tried to do something, but didn't quite do what it's gonna do. It's just for a while. I mean, if they were saying that it's through doing the tugity with other gender, and next thing, well, not other genders per se, but with somebody, and then you breathe in and breathe, that heavy breathing, and the intense, and yet somebody is getting the monkeypox. Imagine you're walking around with with your chest, and I had a good time. I felt like a gorilla in this. Gorilla is in the mist. I felt like a gorilla in the mist. And then, the next thing you start seeing some things, some monkeypox on your hand and your arm, and next thing it's on your face, and it's all over the wrong places. You know, it can be sad, but 5 minutes can be create a whole lifetime chore for yourself. You know, from baby to monkeypox to STIs to everything. So it's just need to be able to know why, how, what, why am I doing this? What am I doing? With who am I doing this with? Do you have monkeypox? Okay, let's wait for a couple of weeks. Just be sure of what you're doing and who you're doing it, and take care of yourself. But for now, let's go on a short break. Mhm. Yep, and we are back, and we have passed the hour of 1 o'clock. And, we're having a good time over here. We continue to have a good time, and everything is nice over here. And interesting stuff is happening, and life is sweet. So if you ain't sweet, you're probably diabetic. But sometimes no, 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 no. Don't take offense. I mean, it's just a similarity because you don't take sugar. So, you know, if you don't take sugar, you need to have some sweetness in your system. I have actually stopped drinking coffee with what's this? Coffee with sugar. I actually drink tea with no sugar because I've been told that listen, your your tool might not start not could stop working at about 4 if you continue taking the sugar or the sweet things, you know. try to watch your weight and reduce on the sugary stuff, and you'll be nice. I mean, everybody's watching their weight now, and I make sure every time I go into the gym, I sort of you know burn those calories, and I'm sure most of y'all don't do it. Y'all just pile them up. It's the summertime. I don't know if you do y'all have your summer parties already, or you still working on them? Because it's I ain't seen something around, and I mean, you know, and and for some reason the gym only has man. Most majority of the gym, I mean 75% of gym people that I go to is just man, you know. And people should be encouraged in many ways. I mean, I've seen some gym that had a baby area where people actually go there and leave their kids there to have mess around, and you know and then you can go on the treadmill, and I'm sure you guys would love that, for women who have kids, and have them play around there. Then while they do the run, and you do the yoga, and the ah, ooh. And sometimes you see, but we shouldn't, as women shouldn't be putting themselves into a proper. I think you just need to go there to the gym for the shape and just reduce the calories. Just don't look for the definition. It's not quite. It's not quite there. It's not a thing that's supposed to be on the list. Just, I mean, if I was a cross trainer, if I was a trainer, um, I would just encourage women to work on their waist. You know, just work on that, and just keep things nice. Don't mind about other things. Just keep that waist and jog and everything nice. You know, because sometimes everything comes into shape, but that area there just you know. But we still appreciate you. You know, we still appreciate you, and I mean, tell you look good, and when you look good, and this is was saying how in the gentleman's bar, and how we have these conversations with the boys, and he was saying how these times you pick up someone at night, and she looking nice, and then she gets home, she removes that that belt, and everything just you know we need to look after ourselves, people. It's a really um uh, times are hard. Let's look after ourselves, because um the body that works needs to work to its full potential. So we need to keep on top of these things, and those are the things that help us think. So if we eat good, we look good, we think good. you know so we need to continue to do good and have a good time, because you cannot have a good time when you're not thinking good, when you're not looking good, and when you're not eating good. you know it's as crazy it may seem, I'm a really advocate for looking good. Because I look good. But anyway, you know it's crazy how it seems. Tyson Fury was denied entry to the US due to alleged links to Daniel Kinahan, who was sanctioned by the US Treasury earlier this year. Those who don't know who Daniel Kinahan is the affiliated with the KOCG. KOCG, organized crime. Uh, um, what's the G stand for? I'm sure you guys know. Yeah, the organized crime company that was dealing with a lot of these things in America, and so. But then his Frank promoter, his promoter said he was not. He was in Liverpool. He said, "Oh, they just said They just said you went to the airport. I don't know what happened at the airport. I just know he went to the airport. He was with Kaz, and the other thing goes says he was with his cousin Nathan, the other heavyweight boxer, and you know him from Liverpool. He was watching his live show over there in Liverpool, and he didn't even go to the airport. And it's just speculation and whatsoever. It's not a good feeling to miss the plane at the airport. And I had a situation one time. I was traveling to South Africa, and what happened was the previous night I sort of had a few drinks. So having had a few drinks, I woke up nice. Everything was all right, and I knew time for time for flight was 5 o'clock, and so I had to show up at 3. So in my head, I was like, you know what? I need to pick up my perfume from one of the delivery places. Uh, what had happened? I can't remember yet why I had to pick up something. So I have enough time, and but with these Google Map situations that hurt my feelings, directed me to the wrong place. So I had to end up finding myself there and find myself to this place, get my perfume because I like to smell good. Eat good. I tell my people that what you need to do in life as a man, yeah, you need to sleep good. So you have to make sure that you go into dreams or any of these places that sell beds. I mean, dreams now has a thing that sorts you out in terms of how you sleep and what's the best mattress for you. So if you have a look at that, dreams sort you out, and then make sure you sleep good. You know, make sure you travel good, and make sure wait, travel good, sleep good, and eat good. Those are the things that make you well being. I mean, your mental state, your physical state, your everything. So if you do that for yourself, you're doing a lot for the community. Because some of these disruptions, people that you show up at work not behaving very well and all that, it's because you like to sleep nice, eat nice, travel nice. Those are the 3 things that we need to, I'm sure some people have got different other things, but these I find them essential. I need to sleep good, eat good, and travel good. So anyway, I was still telling you about the situation in where I had to travel. So I decided that I'm gonna get there on time and everything's gonna be all right. And um, little did I know that things don't always work on your side the way you think. So you have to prepare. And we got onto the M25. It was crazy. It was crazy. And when we got to Heathrow, it was a situation where they were saying, "Oh no, you cannot get on the this flight because it's people are already on the other side, and people are already getting boarding already, and it's just madness. So you just need to. But anyway, and what's nice about things is that it's everybody's polite, but they need your money. They're polite when they want your money. This is what I always tell people. If you got a business, try and be polite. Be polite, be kind, and then you'll get your money. It's like, sorry, unfortunately, you cannot get on this plane that you had been booked, but we can put you on the next flight. Really and truly, you could put me on this flight, but you just wanted more money on the situation. So it's like, okay, fine. And so I had to pay, and I paid, and then well, it was actually a better option because all it was is I got on the plane. It went to Turkey because the connecting flight was from Turkey, And because I was late, I got on the later flight that got me to the airport. And from the airport, just coming out the plane, you're walking to the travel lounge. So everything was nice. I didn't have to wait for so long, and everything was nice. And I got to South Africa the following morning, and everything was nice. But yeah, this it's crazy because it's the thought of paying money, but it's just wait till I get money. It's not gonna be a thing. But for now, it costs a lot. You know, it's crazy. It may seem it's not nice. You know, but life is what you make it. So we continue to do what we do and how we do and everything nice. Yeah. So in the meantime, um, have a little break while we brace ourselves for the last run and last 15 minutes of the show. But for in the meantime, let's go on a short break. Yeah. Yep, we are back, and we're back on the last one, and still having a good time, and everything nice. You know, I was just having a look at P Diddy, P Diddy out here with Young Miami. you know, as crazy it may seem, they call it a situationship. You know, it's a situationship because it's a situation that's happening, and it's not a relationship. And he's saying he's single, and but we seeing you guys doing things. you know, it's crazy on how this celebrity lifestyle works. Um, people do things, but because they're in the light, and they can't be out here doing things and expect us not to have a look. It's a show to us. I mean, we live off this thing. So, and he says, "Oh yeah, we're just going on dates, and we just, but there's nothing. I'm a single person." You know, See how it lets him, become anybody, do what he wants to do. I mean, it's as crazy as it might seem. Um, I think as man, the mindset of man is that we are wired into the idea of we need to fall in love with work. I think I've said this so many times, but I'm just gonna say it one more time and make an addition to what I say. With some of the things that are just logical and sometimes clear, and it's we are wired in such a way that we need to go out there and work, and the more money we get, the you know it is how we fulfill our desires. Some people say, it is said that you are not honest until you get money. Don't come around and play all nice, because you can't have all these desires that you have, and then you come around and say, "Oh yeah, I'm nice and I do things the right way," do things, you know, it's a thief. Yeah, is not a thief till they get access to stealing something. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things where it's like, I mean, one of those things that come with it. But then at the same time, if you look at it, it's uh as men, we like this new energy. And I mean, I think he was wired like a real man, and some men sort of hide under the whole idea of marriage, and he just didn't do that. He's just out there getting money. Casey, Laurie, the young Miami. Yeah, Didi likes them young, you see. So it's nice, and out there to take care, put her on the side, and that's the new trend these days. You just people are just getting somebody to just look nice next to me. you know because people face challenges. This is what I said to you. If you see a guy who's crying about how his wife or girlfriend cheated on him, that's a real cry. Yeah, that's a real cry. That's emotional cry. That's not one of them crocodile tears cry. That's emotional cry, because what you are saying is that I've put up with all this that I'm putting up with you, and you know the times when you're in your menstrual cycle and you're out there just bawling, and the times when you're with your girls on the phone, and times when you're all these things that I'm sure you guys know all these things, and you women know these things, but you just mm, just to make you feel. Sometimes it's crazy. Sometimes how you look at things and think, you know what, this person just wants me to you want me to feel some pain. Sometimes they call it necessary evil. you know so so when you've experienced the necessary evil, and then somebody goes out there and sleeps with another person, hey, the thought of another man just pouncing on my woman, makes me shiver. But that's 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 life. I mean, we live to experience these things in life. If you've not been heartbroken before, and if you've not been cheated on before, If you know, if you've not been cheated on before, thank God. And if you don't know that you've been cheated on before, also thank God. But just know, life, when that happens, you can't sleep. If you find out about that while you're driving, you just park on the side and just cry. And it's those things when you cannot call them. This is the thing, though. What you need to understand is that when females cheat on guys, as long nobody knows, we can keep it moving. But if you cheat on a guy and people know, I don't know how you can amend things, you know, because that is double the is double the pain. You see, it is just knowing that you walk into a room and everybody knows that your wife has been around. It's emotional pain. Those are things that get to man. So it's it's those little things that yeah. And it's but because life is not as sweet as we want it to happen, and many times and then somebody will say, but you guys cheat, and you expect us not to feel any pain, and blah blah blah. The purpose of life itself is to procreate, you see. So you're out here trying to live life. Somebody needs to be born, for life to continue, because it's life. Sometimes I think to myself that people talk about end times. Maybe it's the end of your life, not everybody's life. I mean, the world is what it is, and to us, you mean at some point there's not going to be no world. You know what I mean? Is that what you're trying to say? So maybe it's the end of your life, and then you start to experiencing all this. Oh, the end times are coming. The end times are coming. Huh? You are seeing these things. I'm not seeing them. I'm seeing them as normal. So the end times could be the end of your life. we need to we need to be sure about these things, and proper clear, because sometimes we say things that we don't understand. You know, because from my own perspective, I think uh life is these realms of life. I mean, there's the aftermath and spirit. So it's just the breaking point is when you die, and that's when we cannot perceive, we cannot see and communicate with you thereafter. But I think it's the next life is just about the same. We continue to live life in a in a space where of the unknown, but um I've not been there, so I cannot really quiet. But I want to believe is that it's in a space where life continues there, and it's just a different part of life, but you're still um, you know in spirit. You know what I mean? So for me to then say this hell or heaven, I've not been there, but that's the thing. But again, life has to continue. So for life to continue, we have to procreate. We need to have kids, for kids to continue to and what then I do not agree with in this B is that you are carrying a whole generation in your pipe, so a whole generation in your pipe. You need to figure out who's the best person to connect with in terms of where you're going to put in your pipe as this code to transfer the genes of your ancestors to who will then help you continue your lineage of your people. So I think you need to put this code and connect it to the right place to have the right people to continue your lineage. You know what I mean? So you don't just go putting it everywhere. No, no, no. Just put it in the right place. Get you as many babies as you can, and then you continue to have these kids because they're the cycle of life. And then and if you it's I don't disagree. I mean, some people actually don't. Um, some people don't agree with polygamy, and but do we understand what it means? Because from what I understand, polygamy is you know every woman has a husband with polygamy. You see, and every woman having a husband has all these kids growing up with both parents, and everything. Everyone is happy. But then we sort of have this toxic feminism idea that I can make it, I can do as I please, and I can do what I want, and I'm a woman and I can do anything that I need, so I can have this career, and even if it means having kids at 45 years, and you know have a good time. Anyway, yeah. It's Andrew. It's the Lunchbread Show. Meet you same time tomorrow, and we hope to have a good time as well. Keep this on your schedule so that you don't miss out. And it's Monday to Friday. We have a good time over here. So keep checking this, and I'm glad the numbers are going up, and everybody's having a good time. So continue to stick with me, and I'll be right by you. Take care.